I'll not fall off my chair.
Hey Justin, how you doing today?
Hey Ryan, doing good. How are
Good,
you?
good. I got a
Good.
question. I got a niece, as we've talked about,
Yes.
graduating soon from CSU.
Yep.
Going to be an English teacher.
Nice.
Looking for jobs right now for next year.
Perfect.
What general advice would you give her and other brand new teachers that are in their early 20s, coming out of college, or you know, just starting off their careers in their lives?
I like it. Okay, first off, congratulations to your niece and to anybody else who's graduating. Congratulations. Welcome to the teaching field.
Yeah, and double check to make sure you want to do this. No, I'm just kidding. It's fun. You'll like it.
Right.
Yeah.
Um, so the number one thing that I would say is if you have a job already that you're working while going to college, see if you can just work summers, right? I would say see if you can have some sort of a side hustle. And when I finished up college, this is what I did. I had a summer gymnastics summer camp
Nice.
that I did, and I kept it for the first couple of years of my teaching. And I took that money and I helped pay down some debts. It helped me to build a little bit more of a foundation. So I think that would be my number one thing is if you can have a job, keep the job during the summertime, and just work towards paying down some debts.
I love it. So my niece is right now volunteering. Well, she's actually getting paid a little bit to coach softball
Ooh,
for
nice.
middle school. So
Perfect.
she can continue doing that hopefully when she teaches coach a sport,
Mm-hmm.
which makes some money. And she also has been waiting tables throughout college. So you're suggesting to her maybe wait some tables over the summer, for
Wait some
example?
tables over the summer. Maybe there's a coaching position that she can do over the summer. Um, there's a lot of stuff. Once again, we know teachers who do Uber, or we know teachers who do waitressing or waiting. We know teachers who get a summer job with the district, mowing the yards.
Yeah,
Is that called yards or
mowing the
the
lawns,
lawn?
mowing the
Mowing the
fields. Yeah,
grounds.
the football fields, the baseball
Right.
fields, just the facilities. Yeah.
So it's one of those things that whether they work for somebody else or work for themselves, because once again, we know teachers that just work for themselves doing
That's
landscaping.
true.
So, yeah, either thing,
Tons
waging
of things.
tons of things.
Yes, summer school I just thought of. It's like
Yep.
because the older veteran teachers typically don't want to do that anymore.
Right.
So the younger, newer teachers in the field, there's usually openings for 4 weeks of summer school,
Yeah.
maybe.
You know, it's another fun one you could do. I don't know if it's fun. Might be a little scary. Driver's ed.
Ooh, driver's
Driver's
ed.
ed would be one that you could also do.
Yeah, that's a good one.
So
I
there
like
you
it.
go. Sometimes you can even sub for teachers during our off blocks, our plan
Yeah,
periods. And this can also help build up a little bit of money. Super easy,
yeah. No, that's a
right?
great point. I remember, yeah, many teachers taking those, and most of those teachers were within the first 5 years,
Yeah,
trying to pay off debt or just get a bit ahead.
yeah. The other thing that I would recommend for anybody who's just graduating, once again, is kind of start setting up your budget now, right? This way, even if you're graduating college and you're moving back home, or if you're graduating college but you're still going to live in that same apartment, maybe you still have your roommates, you might have a little bit more income coming in, but this doesn't mean that your lifestyle should go up.
I love it. Yeah, the lifestyle creep can start to happen now. Try to avoid that for
Yeah.
sure. Um,
What's the word? Keep living like a college kid as long as you can.
Absolutely. Yeah, get ahead. I would suggest this: if your first job is going to pay you $50,000 a year as a first year teacher, and you make $10,000 on the side doing different jobs,
Yep.
act like you're try to live off that $50,000 and use that $10,000 for investments to save up for an apartment, a house, a car. Keep it to the side, but try to live off that teacher's wage as
Pay
soon as
down
you
some
can.
debt.
Pay off the debt for sure. Um, that should be a priority if you're coming in with some school loans and things like that you have to pay off.
Yeah.
But try to live off the teacher's wage,
Right.
because ideally, eventually, side hustles are only if you want to, not because you need to.
Right.
And that might be 5 years into teaching, 10 years into teaching, but ideally, you only do it if you want to.
Right. And that's one of those things. You're young, you've got energy, use it, right?
Yeah,
Use that
absolutely.
energy because
Yeah,
kids happen
Age
And
happens.
age, what?
Yeah.
So
I don't think I have the same energy as a 23-year-old,
my
but
back.
yeah, back. Yeah.
So even if you're moving back home, you've got a paycheck coming in, start living like you are on your own. Put aside some money that you would have been paying for rent.
Let me ask you this, Justin.
Yes, sir.
As part of a plan, because we're
Hmm.
talking about like a budget or a plan now that you have steady income being a first year teacher,
Hmm.
um, where would be working on a master's degree come into play? What would you suggest for that if someone's saying, hey, I know to get a pay raise, I need a master's degree.
Yeah.
Um, when should they start that, or how should they go about that potentially?
So my recommendation is to actually get into the teaching field, because doing student teaching is very different than actually having your own room. So make sure you actually want to be a
Yeah.
teacher. Make sure this is what you want to do. I would actually even recommend putting it off until after your probation years,
Yeah.
because they don't have to have an excuse to let you go during those first 3 years. Like here in Colorado,
Yeah.
it's 3 years.
It's true.
So get past your probation time, just so you're not accumulating more and more debt. But maybe 5 years, maybe 7, 10.
Yeah. I like that. Make sure you enjoy the career
Yeah,
and you want to do this long term. Otherwise, that master's might not pay for itself.
right.
If you quit after 7, 8, 9 years or whatever it might be.
Yeah,
But do get a master's if you want to make this a career. And I'd suggest in something that's outside of teaching, just in case you want to change a pace down the road. Maybe you stay in the classroom 20, 25 years, but the last 5 to 10 years, become an administrator or a counselor or a speech pathologist, whatever it might be that's within education.
well, I think that's what giving a little bit of time. Maybe you're at 10 years and you're thinking about going back for your master's. Maybe you do want to stay in the classroom,
Right.
right? You're 10 years in, 15 years in, 20 years in, right? And so you're like, this is my jam. Or
Right.
maybe you're like, yeah, I think I want to start looking around admin, counseling, something down at district
Yeah, exactly.
headquarters, right?
So when did you
So,
get your master's? How far in were
um,
you roughly as far as paying into para and just being
so
in
paying in,
education?
being in education, being into para, I think I was about 15 years
15
in.
years. Yeah.
And so, yeah, I'm
That's
like, yeah,
great. I think that's a good time to do it. Because
right,
then you still have 10 to 15 years left if you still want to stay in education.
yeah,
And it'll definitely pay for itself.
right,
Yeah, I did it after 10 years
nice.
and I finished the semester me and my wife had our first kid.
Oh,
So it was perfect. I
timing,
went from being very busy getting my master's degree
right?
to being very busy changing diapers
Yeah,
and
no
doing
kidding.
other things. So kind of got lucky with
That's
that timing, 10 years into teaching.
shoot, that's definitely one busy for another busy.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't wait another couple of years.
Right,
Too
nice,
tired.
nice. I think this kind of opens the door for the last little piece that I would offer, investing.
Yeah,
I think that during your first couple of years there, once again, your first 3 years, start looking at options, whether this be with the school district, the state. Here in Colorado, we have para,
right.
and so we can invest into para. What are my options with para? I would also start looking into 401ks, 457s. What else?
Like a Roth IRA outside of para,
Yep, yep.
um,
Index funds.
index funds. Just educate yourself.
Yeah,
Read a couple books. Go
yeah,
to some good websites. Know what's out there.
right. I would definitely take these first 3 years to start investing in yourself, in the education side of things. What books are there? What options do I have? And then, like I said, those first 3 years, those are your probation times. Um, and it's definitely a lot of learning that happens in those first 3 years. So then when you're past your probation, you're ready to rock and roll. You've got the money set aside from living below your means, your side hustles, and you're ready to really start moving.
I love it. You got a system. You have a plan
Yeah.
with your money because it's your money. It's your business plan for
Yep.
your money. I would suggest too, even because some of you are probably watching and saying, "Hey, I have $30,000 of debt." You know, you're talking about investing. I don't even can't even think about that. But I would suggest that you start investing now to get in the habit. So, like, open a Roth IRA. They're one of my favorites, and they're
Mhm.
very common. And if you can only do $25 every paycheck or $50 a paycheck, you get in the habit. And then
Yep.
once you hammer out that debt, you can kick it up to 100, 200, 300 a paycheck, and you're on your way to financial independence.
Yep.
Um, because that should be part of your plan too.
starting.
exponential growth, compound interest. You should know these words because that's the key to starting in your 20s and not waiting till your 30s or 40s.
Right.
Because time's on your side if you're in your early to mid 20s for sure.
For sure. You've got time.
Yes.
But I think the other key part to there is to start. Do
Start.
something.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep. And Roth IRA again is one of the better ones because whatever you put in is after taxes, so you can always use that money outside of retirement. So
Yeah.
it gives you more flexibility.
Yep.
And we've talked about Roth IRAs in videos, so go back and look at those,
Yep.
or just Google Roth IRA, and it's pretty straightforward what they are.
Awesome.
So
Heck yeah.
yeah,
Well, once again, congratulations to
yeah.
those people coming into the teaching field. Congratulations for graduation. And best of luck, everybody.
Cheers.
See ya.